Guys, the war is so crazy. Out here, it just looks like a disaster. I don't know what's going on, but I know one thing that caused it. And the thing that caused it was Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury. Guys, this is the biggest fight I've ever seen in my entire life. Leave a like if you guys agree with me. Now, Jake Paul, he went against his fight against Tyron Woodley. It went pretty well, I guess. I mean, he got hit by a UFC fighter. He should have just knocked him out round one, like what Jake Paul said. Oh well, guys, Jake Paul sucks, lol. So anyways, after Jake Paul fought his fight and Tommy Fury fought his fight on Jake Paul's undercard, I guess, they two clashed together with words. They even met outside the locker rooms, which broke out into a fight. What do you expect? I mean, you gotta have the scenery, alright? You gotta make it intense. If you don't, there's no money, and then no one's gonna want to fight. So anyways, they came to each other, and they've made a compromise to each other. So basically, they will fight. If Tommy Fury loses, he'll have to change his last name to Fury into Fumble. But not as terrible as a AP European History DBQ. Did you know what just happened, guys? What was that? I made an AP European reference. Those won't be leaving until May, guys, so stay tuned. Tommy fumbles, though. Like, he couldn't even think of a better last name. It's like I'm watching a Jake Paul video. Like, oh.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. And today, we're going to be doing a 24-hour challenge. If you guys lose, you'll have to change your last name for 24 hours.
It's basically like that. It's like I'm watching a Jake Paul video. But hey, it's nice to know that Jake Paul still has some of his 2017 blood going through his body. So, hey. Shout out to 2017 Jake Paul. It's every day, bro. Tommy Fury, he's won all of his boxing fights. I think he's had about 4. Meanwhile, Jake Paul, he has had 4, but the difference between Tommy is that Tommy's actually fighting fighters, in my opinion. I don't really know. I don't watch UK boxing, but he's fighting actual boxers. Meanwhile, Jake Paul, he's fighting former UFC fighters. But hey, at least it actually works. Like, boxing's becoming popular. He's basically made boxing into its reconstruction period. Anyways, that's the context. I mean, there was more that I said, but I don't know. If you wanted more about the boxing, there it goes. Now, anyways, let's just get into the juiciest bits of the Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury fights. Now, I do warn you, notice how I said Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury fight. Tommy Fury isn't actually here. His coach. Sorry, I apologize. His coach is actually here, but he's nowhere to be seen. According to Jake Paul, though, he is taking time off to take care of his mother, which I could see that because, you know, shout out to every mother across the world. But I don't know. He should just, reschedule it. I wanted to see Tommy Fury. I wanted to see full on face to face, you know, like that. I don't know what that was, but hey, you know, just a little heads up, you know. I guess I bamboozled everyone in the thumbnail and in the title, so oh well. So anyways, let's just dig into this beautiful mastermind of the Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury fight.
Look at you!
Oh, let's go.
Wait.
Bruh, what is that haircut? It looks so bad, bruh.
Coach D. I continued to tell him, I said, come with that right jab, under that belt. He listened. He's a good boy. Like I said, you know, apple don't fall too far from the tree. I talked to his papa. His papa's a good guy. Yeah, we just working.
Dad, we know with this kid can fight. You know, he fights like a little boy. He's a little good boy. Now, to say that I'm not trying to make fun of his voice would be an understatement, because I am making fun of his voice. But you know, it's funny, all right? It's just, he says it, the way he says it, he calls Jake Paul a boy, which, I mean, come on, that's making Jake Paul look bad. He should be a
man, because mans are like this, and you know, they always beat. He's a 4-0 boxer, bro. Like, he's beaten every single opponent.
I know they're just like UFC fighters, but hey, he's beating Gib. You guys remember when he fought Kiev? No, because, you know, that was before COVID. But then COVID hit and everyone forgot about their life before COVID.
Okay, so now I'm going to change gears now that you said life is on the line. Many times you've said boxing saved your life. How did the sport save your life?
I wouldn't say his life. I would say more about his career. I mean, take it back, like in 2018 before he boxed Deji. His career, like his YouTube stuff, it was already going downhill, but not as much as like now. It was just a little bit. Like he wasn't as talked about as his 2017 stuff. I mean, in 2018, let's be real, everyone was talking about more about Logan Paul. If you know, you know, all right?
Before we go any further, I need to just acknowledge the presence of Problem Bot right there. Thank you, Problem Bot. Yeah. Is that your security?
Yeah, he's got an RPG.
Yeah, guys, let's go. It's 2021. It's like almost December and the robot's still here.
Don't get me wrong. Why is the robot still here? Like, I don't like the robot. The robot is absolutely horrible. I hate the robot so much. I still don't know why it's here. Jake Paul, you have like $1 million and like you spend it on a robot that looks nothing like you. It looks terrible. It doesn't even look like him. Like, it's like a bootleg Chinese horrible remake of Transformers. I don't know why I said Chinese, but just think of any like bootleg Pixar or DreamWorks movie that some lower base company has made. Just think of that, but not DreamWorks or Pixar. Transformers, and then boom, you got the Autobot. I don't even know his name. What's his name again? The Problem Bot? Yeah. It took me that long to think of his name. It's just forgettable. It's not even good.
Give back, volunteering, handing out food on Thanksgiving, whatever it was, we always wanted to get involved in the community.
This is going to be interesting. Excellent drill.
You know what? I'll let you off the hook, but it was so unnecessary. I mean, I've never seen a horrible... never mind. It's a handshake, and I'll give you that. I've seen terrible handshakes where it's just like, hey, what's up, my guy? Ooh, let's go. Hey, bro, what's up? Oh, dab me up. Hey, let's go. Insert name here. See, like, I've seen terrible handshakes worse than this. So, I'll let you off the hook, Jake Paul. But come on, it's not unnecessary. I don't want to see that again. No more of that.
Yeah, I think it's two very different style of fighters. You know, I think Tyron just has so much experience. You know, he's been in there with the hardest hitters, as the best in the world. And so he's had that experience, and he knew how to counter and take away some of my best things in the ring, and how to take a punch. Tommy Fury hasn't been tested, so we will see how he responds, and I think that's the beautiful thing about this fight is the unknown. I think the beautiful thing about this fight is stepping into the unknown, because this is also my first time fighting a real boxer, quote unquote, whatever that means.
Bro, what do you mean? Like, it is. Like, you fought in former UFC boxers. Like, you fought Tyrone Woodley. I don't even think he fights in the UFC anymore. You fought a retired wrestler and a UFC fighter who just got out of a hip surgery. So, yeah, really, come on, bro. And before that, it was Nate Robinson. That's a former basketball player. I don't know why he started boxing. Like, he was like, oh, I'm gonna change the whole world. No, you're not. Basketball, you just use your legs, you run, and then you shoot with your hands. Like, there's no punching. Like, it's so different from boxing. Like, it's Jake Paul. I know everyone hates him, but he's good. I hate saying that, but he's good. Like, he's fighting Tommy Fury. He fought arguably one of the best UFC fighters. Though it was boxing, and UFC is a little different than boxing, but still. He fought one of the best UFC fighters, so I'll give that to Jake Paul. But come on, man, Nate Robinson, bro. Nate Robinson, why did you fight him, bro? Why? Like, still with Jake Paul, and the Jake Paul as well. Why did you fight Nate Robinson? Like, did he actually think that was gonna be a hard opponent? You went from pretty much a guy who does boxing sometimes at most, but most of the times he just, I don't even think he'll sign to, but he still does boxing at most, to a rookie who just is about to fight their first match, who just came out of a basketball career, not a basketball career. You see the difference? Yeah, I don't know why he fought.
You know, we want to see Canelo versus Benavidez. We want to see Plant versus Benavidez. We want to see these big fights. Why aren't they happening? Who? The promoters. Because I'm sure the fighters want the payday.
Oh, man. Jake Paul, your words, they're bright, but, I mean, they're not truthful at times. Like, come on, bro. Like, if only those words were true. If only there was a KSI versus Jake Paul. Oh, man. I want that to happen, bro. Why did COVID hit, bro? Why did... Oh, come on, bro. Wuhan, bro. You guys be crazy with the wet market. But hey, shout out to with the wet market. We'll get there. 2022, guys. 2022. Mark my words.
There's room for everyone to grow. I can build my skyscraper as high as I want to without it touching your skyscraper, his skyscraper, anyone's skyscraper. We can all build our buildings as high as possible, and that's what I want to do, is just bring more eyeballs to the sport. Roses are red, violets are blue. In his first obligation, Mr. Fury couldn't come through. No worries, only stress for a few. I'm used to promoting my fights alone. I just didn't think I'd have to do this one too. Carrying the marketing sales, oh Lord, what's new? And y'all wonder why the highest paid boxers are me and Canelo, top two. Tommy Fury's friends let him skip leg day. Just look at those chicken thighs. December 18th, his home won't be the only thing burglarized. I'm stealing his family's boxing legacy, all because Tommy did too much ecstasy while Jake was in the gym sparring heavily. The best bet for Tommy is a Molly May pregnancy. Tommy, it's okay, you lost. You'll still be a great dad. But when she finds out about his side alley makeout in Brampton, she's gonna be a little mad. After all this, though, I will say Tommy has a lot of spirit. A lot of Spirit airline miles. Tommy is still saving up to be able to sit in the aisles. Roses are red, violets are blue. December 18th, Tommy Fury, you will be on the canvas, kissing my shoe.
So yeah, guys, that's about it for the Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury. I wouldn't even say Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury press conference, because there was no Tommy Fury. His coach was there, but no Tommy Fury to be seen. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was short. There wasn't much about the press conference. It was pretty much just 20 minutes of him talking and rambling on. Jake Paul. It's just him on a normal day basis. So, yeah, there was a lot of stuff. There was some handful stuff, but most of the times it was really hard to find stuff and actually make a video of. But, hey, I got my content, so props to Jake Paul. Thank you, Jake Paul, for being your normal self. And now I got my content, and now I got my video up, and now I got the views. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate the support. I really want to thank everyone for the support on the last video, which was a school-based video. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Muchas gracias, and adios.